Each one of your groups, I could tell because I walked around, decided on your list in a different way. So before we talk about our list, I want to know your method. So Blake, what was the method your group used to decide? How did you vote on who was chosen?
Pretty much we went down the list and all people that we chose before all put together the same result for each person.
They did it extremely objectively. Each person's name was called out. If you had it circled, that person got a check mark. Majority rule. Who did you pick as your 5 and why? Well, why we know overall was because it was majority vote. So why don't you give us your 5? Okay. So Phelps and Einstein. Okay, excellent. Now, because you had a strategy to pick, was that difficult to do, that project at all? Very good. That's the secret, guys. When you embark on this rough season, if you go into it without a plan, or you're not listening to the plan, or you're not bought into the plan, it's not going to run that smoothly. As much as you say, wow, that took some time to go through each step, did anyone get upset or meet a person that wasn't on there? Majority rule. Very methodical, very clean. It takes time in the short run, but they benefited in the long run. So create your plans. And for those of you that are, I'm an individual, I do it my way, guess what? That's not going to work. You need to listen and follow the plan. Because in the short term, you spend the time, but in the long term, you get the benefits. Excellent. Let's go up front. How did you choose your 5? So again, you had a plan. Okay, you had a plan, and who did you choose? Here it goes. Okay, was there any difficulty in doing this? Granted, it was a game. But did anybody have somebody that wasn't put on the list that they wanted to have put on the list? You did? Who did you have, Caprice, that wasn't put on the list that you wanted? Martin Luther King. Usually people have a passion about either a faith-based person or a true leader. And you couldn't put him on your list. How'd you feel about that? Thank you. So sometimes we have to compromise. She would have liked MLK, but they chose a different leader instead. And what she said is at the end of the day, as long as there was leadership, I was going to be okay. So when you're told how to do something and you don't want to do it that way, sometimes you have to compromise. Does that mean you can't voice your opinion or your ideas? No, you need to, because you might have a better way. Do it out of respect, and if it's not chosen, it's not chosen, go on. Very good. My group up front. All right, who'd you pick? Well, first, how did you pick your people?
Well,
So they had a theme. Their strategy was to survive. Okay, Michael Phelps. Okay. Figured on the buoy he could do that. All right, good. Again, they had a strategy. Their strategy was different than your strategy, which was different than your strategy. It was they had a goal, an overall goal, to be saved. Who is going to get us saved? That was their goal. So again, remember, going into this difficult season, what's your goal? You might all take a different path to get there, but if the goal's getting reached, do you really care? I'll give you a great story. When I was first married, my husband and I were both working a couple jobs. He was coaching, I was teaching, we had our day jobs. Life was busy. And so we divided up the chores. And I asked him to clean the bathroom. So I came home from work and he said, yep, the bathroom's clean. Being a little OCD, what do you think I did when he said the bathroom was clean? Oh, caprice, did I have to check. So I went in there and I checked. And I had comments to make. But the bathroom was clean. It wasn't clean the way I would clean it, but it was clean. When I made those comments, what did I do to him? Say it, Leslie. I made him feel bad. So he came home from work, he busted his butt, and it wasn't good enough. It was clean. He just didn't put things the way I wanted. At the end of the day, it was clean. I tell you that story because I remember him looking at me, and he is the kindest, greatest man, saying, if you ever want me to work with you in this house again, don't do that. I don't ever want to clean it. From that day forward, I thought, you know what? He's right. I asked him to clean it, and he did it. So he didn't change the toilet paper roll. I could have changed the toilet paper roll and shut my mouth, right? It's not that big of a deal to make him feel bad. You've got to build one another up. For every time you want to tell someone they're doing something wrong, make sure you've told them they've done something right twice. It'll work a lot better for you. All right, let's hit my group in the back. How'd you decide? Okay. Okay, very good. But Karen said in the back, not everybody was happy about one of the choices. So you have to decide in life what you're willing. What is the battle you want to fight? And there are battles we want to fight, and that's okay. This class isn't about you just kowtow. You can fight your battle, but you got to know who you are, and you have to accept other people's viewpoints. Otherwise, you slow the process down. I have a flip chart page that says, what do you learn? What is this activity all about? Well, first of all, you have to accept each other's differences. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to change your ways. But you have to accept them and respect that people are different. You got to know who you are and what you value. And will you push for MLK? You know, in the great scheme of this activity, we had a leader, so you were okay. Somewhere else, you might say, Caprice is pushing. MLK or not, this is what I believe in. You have to look at other people's viewpoints. Somebody might know how to do it better. The hardest thing in my industry is I'm not super tech savvy. And these young kids come out of school, they know how to do it all. I could be stupid and not listen to them. get my ego going. Or you know what I can say to them, which I do all the time? Help me. Is there a better way? My 17-year-old son, I'm going to use a flip camera today. No, you're not. You're taking my laptop. You push this button and push this button. I can cut it and clean it. 17. He knows more about this than I do. It's okay. You're not dumb. You're not bad. You're not less. See all different pieces in our Lego days. And our younger people give us stuff that we don't have. And the older people give the younger people things that they don't have. Embrace each other. Embrace each other's personalities. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to like everybody. But use those personalities to help one another. I want you to look up at this wall. It's my favorite saying ever. And I'm going to ask Frank to bring this back and put this somewhere where you guys can just read it every now and then. It's all about character. Watch your thoughts. Because if you're thinking in your head, he's an asshole, guess what? They become your words. And then watch your words, because then you start treating him how you thought. They become your actions. And watch your actions, because then if he's a jerk, then he might be a jerk. And she might be a jerk. They become your habits, the way you roll. And watch your habits, because they define your character. And this is the most important. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny. Now, when I walked into this class, I met Mr. Ayers. And I said, talking about yesterday was my day off, and it was a dreary day. Cleaned all day. It was a good day to clean, but such a bad day. And he says to me, no day is a bad day. It's just a little liquid sunshine. And I thought to myself, no day is a bad day. No job is a bad job. It's how we look at that job and embrace who we're with. So I'm going to ask you, as you embark on this tough season, to be kind to one another, to help one another. I hope, I know I didn't change your world, but I hope I gave you some good things to think about. I hope that you'll remember some of this stuff, especially when it's 90 degrees in some of those dorms and you're thirsty and you're impatient and you're agitated and someone's not doing what you want. I hope you remember the Lego activity, and it's more fun when you work together. Maybe go run and get them a pop. So thank you for having me today. I hope this is a good season for you. And that's it. Bye-bye. All right, before you leave, though,